The fitness industry has failed men who work high stress, high performance jobs. You'll hear things such as you need to work out more, you need to track your calories, right? You need to spend 10 hours plus sleeping, right? This is all well and good if you have the time to do it. But when you're a man who has to work over 50 hours a week, is stuck at a desk all the time, right, is traveling often for work, how are you able to stick to these things? You can't. It's impossible. I've been there and I tried it, right? It doesn't work. In fact, even if you did manage to do all these things, it would actually backfire and you'd get less results. So what are you meant to do, right? What you're meant to do is very simple. You've got to reduce the amount of time that you're spending on your health and fitness, but focus on improving the quality and the intensity. So how do you go about doing that? Keep it very simple. When it comes to your workouts, you don't really want to be working out more than 3 times a week in the gym. Outside of that, if you want to do some sport or whatever, that's absolutely fine. Like for example, I love playing paddle. It's really fun. You do that outside of your gym time. But in terms of the gym, 3 times a week for anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour is honestly the optimal time, right? You just make sure what you do in the gym is very simple. Not hundreds of exercises. You pick a couple of exercises, right? Such as bench press and squats, pair them together and just do the exercises with the correct rep scheme and the correct rest and the correct progressions. That is it. It will feel boring at times, but guess what? That's part of how it goes. Next, you're going to use the plate method, which is you use the same plate for every single meal and you split the plate into 75% high quality sources of protein and 25% high quality sources of carbs. You stick to this forever from now on. And when you track your weight, if you see that the weight's going up, you can just reduce the portion. If you see that your weight's going down, you can always increase the portion a little bit. It requires a bit of trial and error, but guess what? You save so many hours per week not having to weigh your food, track your calories, and put it into MyFitnessPal. The biggest reason why the fitness industry has failed men working high performance jobs is because they never really talk about stress. Stress is probably the most important factor when it comes to whether or not you're going to burn fat, live long, have high energy levels. It's just that simple. Because even though we're not in the wild and we're not being hunted, our body feels like that when we're under a lot of pressure in our jobs, when we've got deadlines to meet, important projects, presentations coming up, clients to meet with. It feels stressful, right? And that stress, no matter what you do in your fitness life, right? That stress is going to really mitigate the results that you're going to get. And it's going to cause your body to have high levels of cortisol. And then what happens when you have high levels of cortisol? Your body goes into fight or flight mode and your body holds on to your fat, especially in the belly area. So how do you combat this? You need to start improving the quality of your sleep because we can't all sleep for 9-10 hours, right? If you're only getting 7 or 6 hours, 8 hours, whatever you manage to get, improve the quality. Focus on putting your phone on nighttime mode before bed. So that way there's less blue light entering your system, which makes it harder for you to fall asleep. You can wear red tinted blue light blocking glasses. So no matter what device you use, it blocks out basically 99.9% of the blue light and it tells your body, cool, it's time to go to bed. I use them personally myself. Next is you want to be as cool as possible when you sleep. So whether you have a fan on, air conditioning, your window open, less clothes, however you sleep, you want to make sure you're cool. And then you want around 18 degrees in terms of room temperature is the optimal temperature to fall asleep and improves how much deep sleep you actually get during the total number of hours you sleep. Therefore, you increase the amount of recovery you actually get in your sleep. And that's why sometimes you can have the same duration of sleep, but one day you feel amazing and one day you feel absolutely shit. To reduce your stress, you should also walk a lot. Right? You don't need to do anything like 10K steps a day. And if you don't do 10K steps a day, you failed. Just anywhere from 5 to 8K a day consistently is more than enough, right? Especially in the beginning when you're not used to doing that many steps. Build up slowly, right? It reduces your stress. You can even take walking meetings, which is a really big hack. And that way you reduce your stress. You're happier on the call. You're getting some movement in. It doesn't actually feel like work. It feels like you're getting paid to walk. Make sure that you're spending time away from your devices at least every hour, right? So every hour or after every meeting, close your laptop, put your phone down, get up, walk, whether you go to the bathroom or you go to get a drink or you just literally go in your garden or you go for a walk, whatever it may be. Just get into the habit of doing that because just looking at a screen is a high stressor, right? And you already have enough stress as a high performance man stuck at a desk all day. Your career is very demanding. You want to save energy for your family, for your friends, for your social life. How are you meant to do that if you're stressed most of the day? If you want my help implementing the exact system that I have used to help hundreds of high-performing men stuck at a desk all day improve their energy, drop 8 to 15 kilos of fat, and just improve their life overall, then in my description, I have a link to my calendar where you can book a free health audit call with me, where we go through where you are now, where you want to get to, and help put a plan in place to bridge the gap. See you on the call.